Is my mind playing tricks on me, or was that Victor Arvidsson in net for the Preds tonight? No, no, no. Honest mistake. That's the Preds' new backup, Dave Rittich, in net for the Preds. He wears Victor Arvidsson's old number. Honest mistake. Oh, okay, good, because I was also going to swear I thought I saw James Neal, former Pred James Neal, playing for the Blues tonight. But he was wearing number 81, so that couldn't have possibly been him. Everybody's hands go up, way up, as Nashville Predators go into St. Louis, Missouri, go into the Enterprise Center and defeat the St. Louis Blues 4-3 in overtime. They trailed in this game, blew a lead in this game, and wouldn't relent, and they got the 2 points. It's the first game this season that they've won when they were tied after 2 periods. They have won 7 of their last 9 games, and they won 4 of 6 on this CMA road trip. Coming into this game, Alexander Carey, who was hurt last night in Dallas, joins the growing list of injured Preds that includes Philip Forsberg and Nick Cousins. The inactive list is also joined by Rocco Grimaldi, who hits the waiver wire today. Soon enough, Preds Nation, we will know if Rocco is playing for another NHL team or for the Milwaukee Admirals. Seeing as last season when all teams were just in their 4 divisional bubbles, this is the first time the Preds and St. Louis are facing off against each other since February 16th, 2020, and the first time they're facing off against each other in St. Louis since February 15th, 2020. For those of you keeping tally at home, that's over 600 days. Dave Rittich, in his first start as a member of the Preds as Saros' backup, as he started the season in COVID protocol. After an early bout between Joshua for the Blues and McCarron for the Preds, Matthew Olivier gets a breakaway on Jordan Binnington, who's in net for the Blues, but he keeps it out, and this game remains scoreless early. Under 8 minutes left to go in the first period, terrible turnovers in the Preds' defensive zone allows Bozak to get it to the net from the blue line, and there is Kyrou as he has all day to beat Rittich 1-0 Blues. Under 5 minutes left to go in the first period, Roman Josi innocently, but it was a mistake, bats the puck out of midair and it goes over the glass, resulting and causing the ref to have no choice but to call a delay of game when Josi should have known better. Let the puck go when it was in midair or try to knock it down to the ice. Sure enough, on the ensuing power play, the lethal Blues power play, which is now second in the league, is able to capitalize, and it's Kyrou again making it 2-0 Blues. At least in the first, the Blues playing like a team that didn't play on Wednesday night, and the Preds looking like a tired team that did. Well, it wouldn't take the Preds very long to respond, as just about 17 seconds into the second period, play in the Blues zone as Granlund gets it back to Cunnin. Cunnin straight over to Matt Duchene, and he wastes no time beating Binnington 2-1 Blues. That's Matt Duchene's 7th of the season, already surpassing last year's low total of 6 and well onto his way of beating his total from 2 years ago of 13, his first year with the Preds. Almost 8 minutes into the middle frame, Matt Duchene backhands the puck down low around the Blues net, where a Preds forward is being tied up by a Blues defender and Jordan Binnington. But unbeknownst to them, here comes Luke Cunnin driving backhand right in front, tucks it home past Binnington. 2-2. We're all even again. Preds seem to find their legs now that they've tied up and know they have a chance in this game. Tommy Novak has a chance that he sends wide. Roman Josi has a great one-time chance that Binnington makes a clutch save on. Blues finally mustering some chances at the other end again, but Rittich is finding his footing and making clutch saves as these two teams are even again in the goals scored and in the shots pretty much, and it's 2-2 after 2. About 3 minutes into the third period, Michael McCarron blocks a shot from Scandella of the Blues and is worse for the wear and is helped off the ice and back to the Preds dressing room by Preds training staff. Shortly thereafter, play in the neutral zone. Turnover in a neutral zone as Mikael Granlund gets it up to Matthew Olivier, who's driving toward the net, and he sees somebody he can set up for his first goal of the season. Yakov Trenin beats Binnington, and the Preds have their first lead of this game. It's 3-2 Preds. Right after the Preds took their first lead of the game, the Blues crank up the heat, and Rittich has to make a big pad save with his left pad off of a shot by Ryan O'Reilly just after the puck had hit the post, and he maintains the Preds lead. But alas, that lead would only be momentary as Vladimir Tarasenko, with seemingly 3 Preds defenders draped on him, drives towards the net and gets the puck in the littlest space on Rittich's right pad and the post, gets it in, ties this game at 3. Rittich had had a pretty good game for a backup up until that point in the game. That's definitely one he would want to have back. Would his team get it back for him? Blues would keep sustained pressure in the Preds zone and on Rittich, but couldn't muster that 4th goal in regulation and were tied at 3 apiece after 3 periods. Buchnevich has a great chance to end it early for the Blues after a bad line change for the Preds, but Rittich makes the save on him. After what seemed like the longest possession for the Blues in that overtime period, the Preds would finally get their turn. With control of the puck, Mikael Granlund comes back into the neutral zone, knowing that he wants to get a full change and knowing that he wants to get the right guy he knows will get the goal. So after the change is done, Granlund out of the neutral zone comes back down the left wing boards, waits, saucers it past a falling Blues defenseman, and it lands on the stick of Mr. Reliable through 14 games this season, number 95, Matt Duchene, who buries it past Binnington, his 8th of the season. Preds win in overtime 4-3. Well, would you look at that? 4 wins on the 6-game CMA road trip where they earned 9 out of a possible 12 points. It's early, but it's very nice to bank these wins early when you can for when you suffer through the ides of February and March of the schedule. Congratulations to Dave Rittich for his first win of the season. It instills confidence in him, in the franchise for signing him, for his teammates, and for UC Soros that he doesn't have to do all the work himself, and of course the fan base that they don't have to stress out when he's in net necessarily. And finally, I want the information, top secret I assume, of whatever Matt Duchene did in the offseason that is resulting in play like this. Not only has Duchene surpassed last year's dull goal total of a measly 6, he will clearly surpass his career high with the Preds, achieved 2 seasons ago of 13, and he is currently on pace for 45 goals this season, which he probably will not reach, but he will do a lot better probably last season and a season before that combined. It's nice to dream. Perhaps we should consider putting him in protective casing between games so he doesn't join Philip Forsberg on the injured list. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. You can find my social media by clicking on a channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption and Preds Nation. I think it finally might be safe to brag again that somebody's a Pred.